All right, the development of the show is really interesting. That we used to play a lot of lectures by black scholars in the early days. Ben-jochannan, Farrakhan, we used to play, 'cause we interview Farrakhan too. We used to play a lot of black scholars lecturing about the book or about history, African history. So in a one whole program, we'd play like 1.5 hours of a lecture by these people. See? And intersperse it with my talking, my philosophy. So at one time would come and speak a lot about Africa and religion. And then the next time would come and play somebody who they would think like I saying it is one thing, but when they hear somebody who have a PhD say it, it's the next thing. You know, me is Mutabaruka, Rastaman, barefoot, them, you know. But when them hear like doctor this and that from University, Cornell University and this and that, them listen more. So I used to give a lot of that kind of lecture tapes on the program. If you listen to the 90s, early 2000, you will hear a lot of lectures and less of me talking. And then we start to talk a lot and then still play the tapes. The evolution of it now is that, like when we used to play the African music then, it was resonating. A lot of people never usually hear a program on the radio. Like just to play pure African music. That was like a treat. Even though people say, well, Muta, I don't understand what them are saying, you know. But we still keep on playing it. Like Lady Smith was one of the favorite of a lot of Jamaica. When I play Lady Smith Black Mombasa, they used to love that. And Lucky Dube, because he's a reggae and him sound like Peter Tosh. Everybody when them hear him say him sound like Peter Tosh. So we've developed that kind of thing where the program was known for different kind of music, the lecture tapes, and religion and black consciousness. That is what it still is. It still is. Just have to play less of the long tapes, like less. We hardly play an hour-and-a-half tape now. Because the radio station now, it's full of advertisement. So it's kind of difficult for every time you cut in them days, we hardly didn't have any advertisement, so we just play the tape straight. And I don't like play a tape and then come back the next week and play the other part of the tape. Because maybe you never did hear the first part last week, and then maybe you couldn't hear the second part, show you something else. So I used to play the whole tape. Now I just play shorter tapes. Because what happens now is that you have people who send things from WhatsApp. I know them want to play them. So we'll go through them, and if we feel say justified to hear, we play it. And then we talk. We talk a lot. And then sometimes we interview people. So we interview like Marcia Griffith. One of the big interview we did was Marcia Griffith. You know, Uri, the brethren from England who had the sound system, Coxon. So we do a lot of these interviews. You know, people always find the interviews interesting because of the subjects, the subject matter. I remember when we interviewed Dr. Higgins, because we brought him here. The radio station brought him here, we interviewed him on the radio. It's one of the biggest, if you go on the internet and see the hits, what them call it, views, that thing. Most of the time is I put the program where it want to put. I don't have nobody that tell me what to do. You know, so when it move from one level to the next level, it's me I do it. Like, I find that I do the most riveting continuous them when I do a plan where I'm going to do when I leave here. Like today now, you know, I mostly I drive, go watch, and I think about what I'm going to do. Instead of pre-think it, you know, like I premeditate, you know. I find those become more riveting because more spontaneous. So I'm saying what I want to say at the time when I'm saying it. You know, I hope people believe I have a script in front of me doing the program. I have no script, I just say it. You see, so I don't know if there is a milestone that I can say this is the milestone maybe really is when we carry it to Africa and when we do it from Africa. That is the milestone, I would have said. Like, we left Jamaica with it and we said we're going to do the Steppin Razor and the Cutting Edge from the Ivory Coast. And we went on Zion Radio. And we did the 2 programs them live direct to Jamaica. You know, we did the program them. And the other day was in England doing the Steppin Razor live direct from London and Birmingham. We do it. I think that is a milestone. Let me say milestone, yeah. It's when we do the program them from Africa. Live. Yes. You see, with the traveling and where we experience over the years as Rasta, we think we can articulate Rastafari and the African experience on a next level. You know, all right, so we hear this level now, this is where we are going to bring to the table now as Rasta. We are going to show it this way, and we are going to say it this way, and make us see what is going to happen. So I think that is what we bring to it. We bring to it now another viewpoint, you know, another way to experience it and see it, you know, especially Rastafari. Yeah. Good education is when you teach someone to think for themselves and understand, because nobody, what the teacher does is remind you, you know, and bring to forefront certain things. So you now must analyze and criticize in yourself. But you can't just put on something there so and expect somebody to just, because you know, that student must just say it, it's so it go. You know, you have to go through rigor of analyzing and, you know, comprehension. You know, as I said, doubt is the first step of knowing. You see, so when somebody says something, you have to doubt it, and then you go prove it yourself. I believe in a scientific evaluation and scientific proof. You can't just go say something so I expect me to believe it. You know, so education is when the teacher allows you to examine what it said. You know, not because you have a PhD and a master's, no, you're going to say, this is how it goes. No, because the first man never have no master. As I said before, the first man never have no PhD. So how you get it? In order to be educated, be critical in what you are learning. You know, you have to use your brains. Be critical of what you're learning. Because you don't know who's teaching you. Because you hear him saying certain things, but how do you know that what he's saying is true?